Back to impeachment. The political trial starts Tuesday. It'll go on for weeks. I say the Democrats are playing political games. Come in, Senator Mike Braun. You're a no-nonsense kind of guy. What do you make of all this? Nonsense?
Well, I think it's an interesting juxtaposition between impeachment, Phase 1, USMCA. So many things kind of converge at once. But what I liked earlier, Stu, I heard you talking about your red oak. I'm a tree farmer and a regular ag farmer, yes. And forestry was before, you know, getting involved in farming. And this will be a big deal because most of our quality logs were going to China. Yeah. It not only impacted farmers, it impacted tree farmers, including yourself, it sounds like.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm so glad you're on the show. I did not know you started out in forestry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I fell in love with it back in the mid to late 80s and started with 100 acres and have built it into a significant, it's my therapy along with a good investment to boot.
What's your primary lumber product?
I grow walnut trees, white oak trees, red oak trees, hard maple, the quality hardwoods, which would have included ash until recently, but the emerald ash borer from China has decimated our ash stands. So,
we've had to cut all our ash before the ball, whatever it's called, the boll weaver.
Emerald ash borer.
The ash borer, before it arrives in my part of New York State, we've had to cut all the ash, and the market's collapsed for ash. However, I seem to be digressing here into
I think I got you digressing. So.
Yeah, you got me. It's your fault, Senator. It's your fault. But look, what we're seeing here is a market that's gone straight up again. And we hear from Larry Kudlow that the China trade deal will add significantly to our economy. I see this as one long positive about your money. What say you?
I was with Larry yesterday, among other senators, and of course, 0.35% impact on GDP, up to a point when you throw USMCA and Phase 1. I think it could be at the higher end of the scale. And when it comes to the economy on Main Street, I reflect that. That's where I come from. It's never been better, and that is what is difficult for the Democrats, because a lot of what they're talking about, I think, would derail the economy immediately if it took place.
Well, last night in the debate, the Democrats were bashing the economy, saying that it's just not working. I find that very hard to take, quite frankly, because this is the best economy that I can remember in 40 years in America.
There's no doubt about it, and if you talk to any small business owner, and the only weak spot would have been in agriculture. It's been dominated by large corporations and chronically low prices, and I think we can get it back on track. It's got issues that go deeper than just trade and so forth, but in general, and for Indiana, we're the biggest manufacturing state per capita in the country, and agriculture is a significant industry. Good news on Phase 1 and USMCA for both.
One more point on Phase 1, which was revealed to us by Michael Pillsbury, who's been involved in these discussions for a couple of years. He says, look, there is a dispute resolution system in place, 86 pages of detail on how this thing will work. There's going to be a court-like system which will deliver a verdict on any challenge in 90 days, and there's room for appeals as well. That is absolutely unique to any trade deal I've ever heard of, and actually makes the economics of the whole thing even better, Senator.
I think so, because I think with the Chinese, you can have a handshake, but sadly you're going to need maybe 86 pages of rules to make sure they're doing what they say they're going to do. They are going to be an unbelievable competitor geopolitically, and they've shown how they've rolled early. I hope this is an opportunity through Phase 1, 2, and whatever we get to, that they come within the mainstream of how other people behave. It'll behoove them in the long run, and it'll be good for us as well.
One more point, Senator. Our own Charlie Gasparino reports that his sources within the administration are telling him that the Republicans, the president, may propose a payroll tax cut and an improvement in the earned income tax credit. Doesn't expect the Democrats to go for that in Congress, but it is something that the president could dangle in front of voters. vote for me and you get more of a tax cut. What do you say to this?
Well, I think anytime you can generally take taxes down, that's good. But the problem here, Stu, is not revenue. Record levels with the tax cut from 2017. Spending is going through the roof at about 7% a year, driven, ironically, by Social Security, Medicare, and other things that people want. And sadly, we don't have the political will to fix it. That's why I'm here.
I don't think there will be a political will to fix this spending. I don't see anybody capping it.
Not in the
seriously.
short run. Not in the short run.
And actually, I don't think President Trump's on board with cutting spending, frankly.
I think we'll see about that once he gets reelected in November of 2020.
Okay. Senator Braun, thanks for all the information on tree farming. I'm going to use it,
bet.
every last bit of it. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it, Senator.